Chemical dependency, an equal opportunity disease that cuts across all age, race, and socioeconomic boundaries, causing devastating physical, social, and psychological harm to men and women of all walks of life.
I've had problems with drugs and alcohol since I was a teenager.
Basically, I drank until my liver and kidney shut down. And I spent 2 weeks on life support in the hospital.
I went through a whole year and relapsed again. I mean, it was totally crazy.
You want to live life on life's terms, and sometimes you can't. It's not because we don't want to, but the disease is so cunning, baffling, and powerful that it can attack you any minute.
You can manage this disease. Dr. William Loving is a board-certified psychiatrist and is also certified by the American Society of Addiction Medicine. And for over 25 years, he has successfully treated hundreds of patients who suffer from chemical dependency. In the following program, Dr. Loving will not only offer helpful insights into the problem of addiction, he'll lay out an effective solution that can help you lead a life of sobriety.
Well, I'm going to talk about drug and alcohol dependence, and I'm going to divide this talk into two basic parts, one the problem and one the solution. There's a whole lot known about the problem of alcoholism and drug addiction, and a whole lot known about the solution, thank goodness. Let's start out by talking about the problem. All the experts call this a disease, and they talk about alcoholism as a disease and drug addiction as a disease. And a lot of people have trouble with that term, but it is a disease, and what they mean by that is it's a physical or physiological problem or biological problem. So I'm going to try to explain to you the difference in the people who have the disease and the people who do not have the disease. For example, the people who end up having to get treatment from a doctor like me or go into a program or you know, are unable to control their drinking or drugging with their willpower, those are the people who have the disease. So if it's a disease, and it is, it's not then a willpower problem. It's not a problem of morality. It's not a problem of intelligence. As a matter of fact, people that are alcoholic and drug addicted seem to have stronger will than the average person, it seems to me, in other areas of their life, but the willpower does not control a disease. Next time you have diarrhea, try to will yourself not to have diarrhea. When it's a physiological problem or biological problem, willpower doesn't take care of it. It's not a problem of intelligence either. Perfectly smart people, a lot of really intelligent people have this disease. As a matter of fact, the highest incidence of people with this disease is in the group of Nobel Prize winners in English literature. Something like 80% of those really genius authors had drug and alcohol problems. It's also not a problem of morality. That isn't to say that people don't do things when they're impaired that they are ashamed of. Of course, they do things that they'd rather not have done, but it's not a problem that comes from a basically immoral person. So it's a physical, physiological disease, and I'm going to try to explain to you then what is the defect physically in the alcoholic and drug addict.